Hey Chris, happy birthday. Here is our gift to you. Sit down, relax, and enjoy the ride. Happy birthday.
Just seems like yesterday we were down at the beach in the summer having a great time. Those were good times. These are two dogs, Jasper, you may remember, and Duke we got last year. And we're down at our cabin late summer, just enjoying the day.
So enjoy your family and enjoy your day.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos and memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.
The time is 5:19.
It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.
Happy birthday, Chris! Old man.
Hey, what's happening, Chris? Can't believe you're turning 40 years old. It seems like just yesterday we were racing home from school on a Friday afternoon to be the first ones to see Cabin Boy, or spending job shadowing day together, preparing for our promising future careers as professional magicians. Melissa asked me to think of some funny stories. The first thing I thought of was when we went to go see the Blues Explosion and you were nursing a broken collarbone in the middle of a mosh pit, or how we got questioned by police for our suspicious-looking physics project. The last one I thought of was when we had to call off sick at Worthington Cylinders because the night before we got caught in the middle of a cake fight at a flying saucer show. Anyway, I hope the next 40 are just as good as the first, and hopefully we'll find time to get those skydiving licenses that we talked about. Happy birthday, man.
It's hard to come up with just one memory of Chris. There's so many things come to mind over all the years. So I thought instead I'd bring you back down memory lane. Remember your old house on Paddle Wheel Drive? Well, it's still here, and I believe that's where this dandy was actually taken, right in the backyard. So there's Chris with those wonderful shorts. Happy 40th birthday, Chris.
Hey Chris, happy 40th.
Happy 40th, Chris.
I wish we were there to celebrate with you and catch up like we used to back in DC, but I'm sure you'll show all the cousins how to enter your 40th with class. So Enjoy it. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Chris. You've got the Soderberg family tuning in from Charlotte, North Carolina. Cousin Allie and
Isla
and
Fallon.
and Eric behind the lens, and we are here to wish Chris a happy 40th birthday, and we're gonna capture some of the most memorable or forgettable moments growing up as cousins.
West Coast kid, holiday road, holiday road, holiday road, holiday road.
Happy 40th birthday, Chris. It's hard to believe that we're all going to start turning 40. Seems like this picture here, us at the beach, this was just taken just yesterday. Between model rockets, handball in the basement, my dad's bow and arrow, it's amazing that we all escaped without any major injury, but here we are. Have an amazing birthday. We hope we get to see you guys soon. We miss you.
Happy birthday, Chris.
Happy birthday. Have a good one. Cheers.
Happy birthday, Chris. I think you've officially moved from the big kids table to the adult table. Lots of love from Brittany and I.
Hey Chris, you know the best part of being over 40 is that you did all your stupid stuff before the internet.
Happy birthday, Chris. We decided to get started on the drinking to celebrate your birthday.
Your 40th birthday.
Yeah, he didn't want to be alone on the other side of the hill. We wish you health and happiness.
And money too.
That always comes handy. We hope that we can celebrate with you soon. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Hey, Gall, happy 40th birthday. I can't believe it. You're turning the big 4-0. I just wanted to send you this message to congratulate you on making it thus far and hope you have many more years to come. I didn't know exactly how to start this video out. I was thinking about all our times back at Case and everything that we did, and I got a whole bunch of ideas. I wrote them down so I wouldn't forget so I could talk to them. But I honestly had to start with this. It was the first thing that came to mind, and I hope you'll appreciate it. And I'll just play this for you. Give it a second. Ding, ding. I have no idea how many times I played this in my room, but it was a lot, and you were super, let's keep PG, super upset. I can't tell you how many times you requested me to turn this damn song off. Not quite PG, but I had to do it for you, I'm sorry. First thing I could think of as soon as I started to think back to our old days, sitting in those small box rooms we had. Anyway, so there were some other things I just wanted to, throw out there, the things that I remember that we did back in the day. Biggest thing is, I always remember walking over into your room and you just banging away on that drum pad, just nonstop, going through schoolwork, doing whatever it is you were doing at your desk, just banging away on that drum pad. That was like the most consistent thing whenever I had to come over and ask you for help on homework or go over something, an answer, who knows, just all manner of stuff. And there, of course, are other things that we did that were super fun. I'm not sure how much you remember. One of the ones I remember that came to mind pretty early on was we used to, say, drink a beverage or two and then roll down to main campus there on the quad. And late night roll down to the campus. And for whatever reason, I think we were maybe going to north side. I can't remember which side's which anymore. We would stop at Adelbert and we would spell our names out. I won't say how, but we would spell our names out on Adelbert Hall, maybe. It was the main campus, like the main whatever building where people were. So we did that. I don't know how many times we did that, but for some reason that became something of a ritual. Pretty good stuff. Good memories. Let's see what else. There's always the morning routines. We always were going to the same class together. We had everything together almost. And I remember we always used to steal Otis Spunkmeyer muffins, and we'd roll down to class later on. I think in our educational career, we'd roll down to class with our Otis Spunkmeyer muffins and our cup of coffee. Pretty terrible cup of coffee is now that I know what good coffee tastes like. But taking our Otis Spunkmeyer muffins and just eating those in class in the morning, and we did that just all the time. It was delicious. It's back when we could probably eat whatever we wanted to, and it wasn't that big a deal. Just changed, I guess, now. It's changed for me. I don't know if it's changed for you, but 40 has had its impact, or coming up on 40 has had its impact. Let's see, what else? Just looking down here. So, second floor patio stuff. I didn't know if I should bring it up, but it was a good memory. It was a funny memory, and I'm not sure if you remember now, but on the second floor patio, so out on the rooftop, when we climb out our windows, if you remember the time, and it's just a vague memory now, but it was just so hysterical, when Nate came out there with us. I'll not even use his last name, but Nate came out there, and there was just a bunch of us, and we were just all hanging out and drinking and having a nice time and chatting, and then Nate rolled up out of nowhere, I guess intoxicated, and started to concede from no prompting for anyone, started to concede his most inner fears, insecurities, and oh man, that totally threw us all for a loop. We were like, what are you talking about? Nobody asked. And I think things were never the same after that. I think he had, I don't know, I don't think he ever felt the same way about everybody at that point after that. That was definitely a fun moment that I remember. We always just do the foosball stuff, just basic stuff. Foosball stuff was always fun. Still kind of play every now and again. I'm not sure about you. Foosball is always a good time. And then there were some other things that I just wanted to bring up. Well, one before leaving college, the drink mixer is classic. Still, if you believe whether or not it actually got stolen from Carlos's garage or whatever, but the drink mixer was a great time. Our senior project, if anybody else is listening, so that's what we did for our senior, capstone project, design project or whatever. We made a drink mixer. Worked well, if you remember. We did a good job. We made some sacrifices, mixing all drinks to the 8 ounces or whatever it was. So if anybody's ever had an 8-ounce kamikaze, it can be intense. And then, if you recall, I lost the game of Kings, the party that evening, or the party over the weekend when we actually pulled the drink mixer out after we had passed. I was the fortunate one to lose that round of Kings. Probably just a real unique moment in my life that we all spent together. And don't remember much of the night after that. Just remember some of the weirdness of drinking too much alcohol, and that it tasted like Lay's potato chips. Anyway, so drink mixer, such a good memory. Miss that stuff. And then, after we left, and I wanted to bring this up because I don't know if you remember. I'm assuming you probably remember, but I don't know. So I thought I'd bring it up because I feel bad about it. And that was when we went on the trip to Europe with Nate. A different Nate. Went on a trip to Europe with Nate, and I think it was Amsterdam. We were in Amsterdam, and something happened where Nate and I were like, we got to go because we're going to get up early in the morning to go get on our train. And you were like, I want to stay out for whatever reason. And you met somebody. You met like a dude, like an old man or something like that who wanted to stay out and drink. And so you're like, I'm staying and I'm drinking. So you stayed out and you drank. And Nate and I went back to the hostel and we went to bed. And you appeared sometime in the evening, like super, like 5 in the morning or something. We were supposed to be up at earlier, 4 in the morning. We were supposed to be up at like 6 in the morning or 7 in the morning to go grab the train. And I'm pretty sure, if memory serves, Nate and I left you there because we could not wake you up. You were out, done. And you were like, leave me, I want to sleep. We were like, we got to go get the train. And we went and grabbed the train, and we went on to the next stop, wherever that was. And I have no idea how you actually found us after that, if we had planned and you knew where we were going or what. but I was pretty sure when we left you, we weren't really sure whether we were going to see you again. And I apologize for that. That's probably the biggest regret I have from all of these stories, that in retrospect, we never should have left you there. We should have said hell with the plan, and we should have stuck around with you and not left you in a hostel passed out on a bed and gotten on a train and went to a different country. I'm assuming we went to a different country. Probably not one of our finer moments, but in that moment, it felt like the right thing to do, which is just awful. I'm so sorry about that. So I hope you accept my apology. And that's about it. Those are some of the things that came to mind. This video is already way longer than it was supposed to be. Hopefully they'll cut it down for you so it makes more sense and it's not too long. I just want to say again, congratulations on your 40th birthday. It's wonderful. You're always 2 weeks older than me, and I appreciate that because I always feel younger when I think about that moment. And I just wanted to say, I hope you have many, many more, and I'm sure that you will. You have a beautiful family, and it looks like you've really taken advantage of all your opportunities in your life, and I'm so happy for you. And I want to thank you, actually. Sorry, I've been a little sick. I want to thank you, actually. I don't think I've ever done this before, but I think the only reason I made it out of case, or at the very least made it out of the case in the way that I did, being, reasonably successful with the academic career, is because of people like you, and probably almost exclusively because of you. You were there to give me the support and help that I needed academically, because I was always trying to keep up, and the friendly competition was good, but I always needed more support than everybody else around, and you were always there to help out, trying to explain things to me and helping out with the homework and stuff like that, and I very much appreciate that. So I will never forget that, and yeah, I just wanted to say that since I don't think I've ever said that before. So again, happy birthday. Wish I could be there, but kids, family, all that good stuff. I will see you someday. I think probably in the near, well, not the near, sometime in the mid future. Heather and I will probably be heading off to DC because that's where she wants to be. So I can't wait. I look forward to it. I miss hanging out and being around and just chatting away. I didn't even talk about like hanging out on beaches and chatting and talking and just contemplating stuff. Anyways, more stories later on. Maybe you'll have a 50th birthday with video chats and stuff like that. So I'll save some stuff for that. Again, good luck, happy birthday, and I hope we talk soon. All right, bye.
So I'm not. Hold on, I better get one more sip. I'm not sure how everybody else took it when Melissa contacted us to. Well, I took it as roast her husband. She probably just meant for us to make a loving video to celebrate his 40th birthday, but I took it as please roast my husband. So I was actually out having a beer with a friend that night and started coming up with a list right away. And I've got some good stuff here. I'm just going to kind of go through it, and some of them are just one line, some of them are a quick 10-second story. Chris, if you have to ask me about any of them, that's fine. To your children, if you hear a curse word, I'm sorry, but it was necessary for the story. So I'm just going to go ahead and start. Model rocket recovery wadding. Swisher Sweets. Mucho Lepe. For those of you that don't speak non-existent French, that means go suck an egg when you're playing basketball and your friends that do speak French are kind of pissing you off. To this day, I only hate two people, and Billy Giacomilli is still one of them. Hey guys, watch me get some air. 11 straight nights of drinking. You know which one. It could have been 14, but it stopped at 11. Chris, turn on the light. I think I'm gonna puke. It's a good one. Remember Mike Nim and Dave Ewens? Those crazy bastards. This is Chris in the 10th grade. Joe, Lauren Leonard is not going to go out with you. He was right. Anyone want to jump off the roof? I don't know why we did that over and over. Wait till you guys see this awesome Jetta I got. That one's for you, Josh. By the way, I totally made out with Tara Loken in the 11th grade when we were driving around one day. Not related to you in any way, but I've never told anybody, so I figured it was time. Juicy rice at Mark Pies. Holy shit, this Denny's has a bar? San Francisco, the Denny's had a bar. It was 3 a.m. We were having a good time. Kendra, sorry, I don't know where that came from. Joe, I need you to come to the athletic club. The beer bottle's broke in the back of my trunk. Anybody heard from Alex Morrison? I lived in the same town for a time, but he never took me up on a beer. Hi, Alex. Thug Nil, a.k.a. Nerf. Dominica. Russian girls? Yes? No? Probably no. Girls with blue hair? Yeah, they existed. What the hell was the name of your freshman year roommate? I think James. Either that guy is like working for NASA or a serial killer or both. I'm going to go with both. On our trip back from out west in 2000, we drove your car through a tree at the beginning of the trip, and then I drove your car through another car at the end of the trip. Larry Kelly, God rest his soul. Drunk as shit in the Chi Alpha Who the Fuck Cares house in Cleveland, whatever fraternity you remember of, because for about a year and a half you were like, oh, Greek letters, and then nothing. Molly, Kelly, Jim, Sally, Todd. It's a circle. Brian Port kicking down the fucking dorm door at band camp, and me standing in front of it to hide it when Mark Reynolds came through. The forest in Ukiah, California, and I don't mean trees. Let's see. Actually, I'm having more fun with this than I thought. I have no idea how long this is going to end up being. I came up with good stuff. 2 words. Joey effing Graham. I know that's 3 words, but really it's 2. Yes, I'm dating the redhead. Peanut. Remember when you ran naked around the Best Western in San Francisco? I tricked you into it, and then I immediately went inside and got my camera to take a picture of you running naked. It wasn't a homosexual thing. It was just, Chris is going to run naked. I'm going to take his picture. Let's see. Isn't this the International House of Pancakes? Oh, wait, that's somebody else's joke that is like 32 years out. I get that one mixed up with the Denny's having a bar. People in Cleveland drive like shit, but that's what you told me when I got up there, but that was exactly how you drove. Some of these I'm skipping. Joe, you brought your own hot sauce to Wendy's? Yeah, they don't have any. Remember when Todd puked on Eric Jarvis's dog on our graduation? Fuck Michigan. Sorry, from Ohio. I had to do that. Sorry, kids. To this day, the way I describe your wedding to people is all these pale Midwestern guys on one side of the aisle and basically the South American bikini team on the other side of the aisle. And people are like, oh, ha, ha, ha. And then I show them a picture of the wedding party and like, oh, yeah, I agree. Hey, Joe, can you serve as a character witness for my security clearance? Are you kidding me? Are you sure you got the right guy? I'm finally willing to admit it. I did cock block you at the bar in Albuquerque, New Mexico. She had jungle fever, right? Oh my gosh. Holy cow. I can't believe I forgot this. I gotta run and get something real quick. Somehow your father had the amazing ability when he was smoking a cigarette that it would just hang on his damn lip like this. And he would sit there and continue smoking and talk to us, everything. And the damn thing would just hang there. Damnedest thing I ever saw. Oh, and my other cigarette one, I don't smoke, by the way. I had to ask somebody for this so I could do my shtick. My father coming out of the house while you guys are waiting on me to put on some pants. So, you guys gonna do some cool shit tonight? Let's see, what else we got? Remember coiling the rope around the tube and then taking off at full speed in the boat, seeing who could hang on? Yeah, we were dumb shits back when we were 16 or 17. You constantly slipping on your shitty rollerblade wheels during hockey. Joe, did you really ask Heidi Taylor to homecoming? Oh, yeah, but as a joke. But don't tell her that. Oh, shoot. Joey Grandma told her that? Who steps in dog shit? Oh, it wasn't me. Oh, shit, it was me. Now everyone is going to think people from Ohio smell like shit. Let's see here. A couple last ones. I'm skipping a lot here. I actually cleaned this up. As dirty or as foul as your family may find it, I cleaned this up quite a bit. Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Slushy Mountain Dew in Jim's basement. And last one. I got Melissa and Molly to kiss under false pretenses and then tricked them to doing it again on Easter. Happy birthday, buddy. Sorry I can't be there in person. Hope to see you soon. Just another reminder that you guys are all a year older than me, which was great when we were younger, but now I'm kind of the one reaping the benefits. Happy birthday, buddy. Love you. Bye.
Okay, hi, Chris.
Happy birthday!
Happy
40th birthday, Chris.
Remember, you're not getting older, you're getting better. Okay, now.
Happy birthday. We're in LA visiting Sean. Come to Kansas City and see us sometime. Bless you.
Bye, Chris. Happy 40th. Bye.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Yep, 40 long years, huh?
Just don't sweat it. I mean, when you get to our position and you get a little bit older, you kind of wish you were back at that age. So have yourself a cold one, kick back.
Or two, or three.
Just let you know that we miss you guys. Haven't seen you in a while, so let you know we're still alive and kicking. and that you enjoy yourself with your wonderful family.
Happy 40th birthday, Chris! Hope you, Melissa, and the family are doing great.
You're old. You're old. Whoa.
Hey, Chris. Happy birthday from Canada. I was trying to remember when was the first time we met. And if I'm not wrong, it's when you and Melissa came to Baltimore for my birthday. And you guys wanted to take me out for dinner, but we ended up eating at the kitchen table of the landlady at where I lived at the time. So life is very different right now. Changed a lot, but it's been always great to meet you, Melissa, and now the kids. And we wish you many, many happy years in the future. Bye-bye. Bye.
Parabéns, Chris. Eu lembro que a gente foi na Grécia e no parque na Grécia. Parabéns.
Happy 40th birthday, Chris.
Happy birthday, Chris.
Χρόνια πολλά.
Chris, thank you for being a big brother to me for over 10 years.
Enjoy your very special day.
And we'll see you in December.
Hey, Chris, happy birthday. 40 years old, so congrats, you made it. Really happy we're back here in DC, closer to you guys. Excited to celebrate it with you guys, so congrats again. Happy birthday. We love you guys, and we'll see you soon.
Hi Chris, happy birthday. I am so excited that we live close and that we get to celebrate this birthday milestone with you. I think you're gonna love being in your 40s. Everyone that I know in their 40s is just having a blast. And I actually read something today that validated that, so I wanted to read it to you. And it said, 40s is the best time of your life. You've got confidence, wisdom, and experience. You found your niche in the world and you aren't afraid to try new things. You know that the world is full of new adventures, and you're excited to see what the years ahead have in store for you. So I hope that's true for you, and like I said, we're excited that we're close, that we get to follow along on this journey with you, and we wish you all the best, and we love you. Bye.
Happy birthday, Chocolate.
Can you sing happy birthday?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Yay! Mamma beijo.
Hey, Chris. Since the very first day we met you, I knew that you would be part of us, and I cannot express enough how happy and grateful I am to have you in our family. They say that life starts at 40, and I agree. All that happened before was just a preparation for the rest of your life, and I wish that you enjoy each moment of that with happiness, lots of health and love. We love you.
Happy 40th birthday, Chris.
Happy birthday, Chris. You have reached a great age. You are old enough to have had many wonderful life experiences, a full college education, living in many different cities, and traveling the world. But you're also young enough to have many, many, many more experiences in front of you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Chris. I know you don't want to talk about a number, but just remember there are worse things, like maybe having a son who's as old as you are. But they say that age is a number, old is a feeling, and I know those 3 wonderful children will always keep you feeling young. Or maybe it's feeling numb, I'm not sure. But anyway, let's talk about birthday celebrations. Your second birthday was memorable, probably because it was traumatic. We had moved into a new home in a young neighborhood. You had little friends that had a birthday around the same day as yours. And so the moms decided we would hire a birthday surprise visitor. So it was Thanksgiving evening, and we had been celebrating with your aunts and uncles, grandparents, and your 2 cousins, Allison and Keith. And the 3 of you were playing together on the floor when the doorbell rang, and this huge bird that was half turkey, half bird, with fluffy feathers and a lot of balloons in his hand, tried to come and join your party, but you wouldn't have any of that. None of you would allow that visitor to get close to them, and you certainly didn't want any part of going close to it. So the best that we could do was get Uncle Mac to pose for a picture with the turkey bird, and that's the end of that story. But your 18th birthday also comes to mind because you were seniors and the band was participating in a competition on your birthday, and so you wanted to have a party the weekend following to celebrate your 18th. You wanted to invite the entire Westerville North High School band, all 200 members. Well, I was able to talk you out of that and convince you that inviting the percussion section would be good enough. And as we were getting close to the preparations, I was finding out that there were really several other band members who were celebrating a birthday around the time of yours, so I thought it would be nice to recognize all of them. And then we had this wooden Santa that was about 5 feet tall, and its arms extended out, and I thought I could just put a scroll of paper down in Santa's arms and have all the names of the other birthday people, and there were about 20 names on that list. But what I remember about that event, well, actually 2 things. One was that you wanted to invite 200 people, and the second was I used computer dot matrix printer paper to make that scroll. You probably remember that. It came in a huge box. The sheets were attached, and once you printed your document, you had to tear apart the pages to get them lined up, and then you had to tear off the vertical sides because there were perforations all along the vertical sides. Wow, and we thought that was state of the art. We've come a long way since then. Your 30th birthday was a surprise. Melissa planned a surprise celebration at your Crystal City apartment. She told you that her girlfriend was coming for the weekend, and she sent you to the airport to pick her up. And when you arrived, you were met by Brian. And so Brian and we had a great celebration that year. And then we fast forward again to the present, entering another new decade. And if you don't want to think about a number, then think about all your accomplishments, your wonderful family, your great and impressive career skills, and all the wonderful experiences you've had and the great memories that you've made. We wish you many more. We love you. We're proud of you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Lisa.
Hi, Mommy.
So, I'm gonna ask you a few questions about Daddy, okay? What's something Daddy always tells you?
Not behaving.
What makes Daddy happy?
I'm listening to bed.
Yeah. What makes Daddy sad?
I'm not behaving.
How old is Daddy?
2.
He's 2?
Yes.
What's Daddy's favorite thing to do?
His favorite thing is work, and Daddy's things to work computer.
To work in the computer?
Yes.
Okay. Bunny.
Hi, Mommy.
I'm gonna ask you some questions about Daddy, okay? What's Daddy's favorite thing to do?
To make work.
To make work? What makes Daddy happy?
Playing with a computer.
What makes Daddy sad?
Get ready for bedtime.
Get ready for bedtime?
No, get out.
Oh, get out for bedtime. How old is Daddy?
7.
He's 7? What is Daddy good at?
Vanessa and Isabella.
He's good at Vanessa and Isabella?
Yes.
What do you and Daddy do together?
Spending the whole time.
What?
Spending the whole time.
Speeding the whole time?
Spending the whole time.
Spending the whole time?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Hi, G.
Hi.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you some questions about Daddy. Just say the first thing that comes to mind, okay?
Okay.
How old is Daddy?
40.
What's Daddy's favorite thing to do?
Go to the gym.
What do you and Daddy do together?
Play video games.
What is Daddy good at?
Sports.
What makes Daddy happy?
Spending time with his family.
What makes Daddy sad?
When it rains and we can't go to the outdoor pool.
Okay. What does Daddy do when he's not here?
Goes on runs.
What makes you proud of Dad?
He worked for the FBI.
Oi, amor, the big day is here. You're finally 40. That made me think back on the first time we spent your birthday together. That was 2003 in Michigan, and the future looked so uncertain back then. Now looking back 15 years later, I see that we've accomplished so much and many of our dreams have come true, particularly our children. That doesn't mean life is always easy or happy, but I think it does mean that we're living our life to the fullest, and I really think you do live your life the best way you can, and that's an incredible thing to be able to say by the time you're 40. I am very proud of you. I think your 40s will be the best decade yet, and I can't wait to see everything the future will bring for us. Thanks for sharing your life with me. I love you, and happy birthday.